Greetings, everyone. By now I hope you've listened to the children's books that I've been sharing for the children of St. Paul's, and I thought that it might be time for some reflections for adults. So I'm going to record a few of those, and these are just readings from today. This in particular is a book I turn to often, written by a rabbi. It's entitled When Life Hurts, a Book of Hope. The Jewish tradition tends to have, in my opinion, a more honest, sometimes, relationships with God. If you read the Psalms, people are angry with God, disappointed. Sometimes I think Christians kind of try to clean things up a bit. So during difficult times, I often turn to Jewish writers. So this is a reflection on talking to God, something that we think about and we maybe even do on occasion. But sometimes when we're in very difficult situations, we think about that a little differently. So this is entitled Talking to God. For many, it is hard to summon up God. For many, it's hard to talk to God. Perhaps we've not talked to God for a long time. Perhaps we do not know how to talk to God. Perhaps we're embarrassed at the idea of talking to God. Perhaps our rational, intellectual being rejects the possibility of talking to God. Or if we are in intimate relationship with God, even if God is our good friend and constant companion, perhaps in our distress and confusion, we may not be able to find the words. In our pain, we may not be able to articulate the words. In our anger, we may not be willing to say the words. Where is God? How do we find God when we need God most? Actually, finding the words to say to God can be the easiest part. At time of trauma, at time of tragedy, many of us instinctively call out to God saying, "Oh God, help me." Or we simply cry out, "Oh God." These words are not just an involuntary or meaningless exclamation conditioned by societal norms. They are a heart cry. Or if we have not called out spontaneously, then we can begin the conversation by simply saying, "Hello, God, it's me." Or we can take the advice of Bratslaver rabbi, who taught that the psalmist of old advises us how to talk to God amidst pain and anxiety. Commenting on the verse from Psalms 116, verse 17, "To you I will bring a thank offering, and I will invoke the name of God," that's the psalm. The rabbi said, "It behooves us to thank God for the benefits which we have previously received. After we have done this, we will discover that we can talk to God about relief from present tribulations." I'm going to read that line again. It behooves us to thank God for the benefits which we have previously received. After we have done this, we will discover that we can talk to God about relief from present tribulations. Or we can simply begin with the sounds of silence. In deep meditation, we can find God. Whichever way we choose to talk to God, we come into God's presence, and the dialogue has begun. And when we are with God, God always listens. If we simply cannot find the words to come to God when life hurts, we can say these poignant words from a modern prayer by Rabbi Sidney Greenberg. Disease and misfortune come without warning. The wrath of nature can sweep us away. Trouble and tragedy are our common lot. Disappointment and heartbreak visit us all. The good for which we strive often eludes us. Confusion and uncertainty frequently torment us. We are frail and weak. We stand in need of your mercy, O God. Have compassion upon us, your handiwork. Watch over us and protect us. Keep us from yielding to bleak despair. Keep shining before us the gentle light of hope. Blessings to you this day.